Welcome back to the channel's Super Academico and Blue Eye Patch. Let us keep the reading of my book Clueders, Meire Pop Beyond the Cloud, available on Amazon. In this part, we will keep the reading of the Chapter 6, a reminder of the future, games, books, and digital life. Don't forget to subscribe to both channels and like and share the video. Let's go! I felt the superior look of Professor Mello. I knew, or rather felt, that this whole situation was the result of some meticulous architecture, and I was almost sure it was his. Leandro, I saw your teammates on the green team of the third match. Yes, teacher. They're for my online game club. They will play against the red team, which is the one I'm the sponsor. How could he be a sponsor? I thought he was broken after losing his position in the academic world. Professor, I thought you had already left the life of gamer? They laughed, but I didn't. Never give up a passion, Leandro. We just diminish the passionate expression. He gave us another look of superiority, as if only he knew what he was really talking about. Uncle Mello has collaborated for a long time with the architecture of online games, besides being a consultant for the stories. So, despite not playing anymore, he continues to sponsor some teams. In my research, I had read about this consulting for gaming stories, but there was nothing about team sponsorship. Generally, who sponsor online gaming teams are software companies or foundations of great business owners from the digital world. Some alarms sounded in the room, and the screens began to blink and flutter colors. It was the call for the start of the games. Curiously, the calmest of all was the one who spoke us to go do what we had proposed to do there. Play. It will start. You better go to your side. Marcos, I feel that today we have interesting things to do before our match. Marcos looked at us both with a slight resentment, because he could not come with us, and at the same time if he came, he would be just a candle for a couple. He also seemed to be an admirer of Professor Mello's digital talents. He sat down beside him. Leandro then said, Bye, Professor. Good game. Sure, Leandro. Bye, Meire Pop. See you in the cloud. We went back to the other side, near where Leandro's friends were. The first match started. Two teams met in a battle game in a medieval world full of monsters and magic. Everything was broadcast on the big screens on the two walls that flanked the room. That first game lasted about 45 minutes, and I confess that I was a bit bored after the first 20 minutes. I don't know how the girls who were part of the teams endured that so repetitive. Maybe playing is more fun than just watching. Note, one day I will try, and it will make a lot of difference in my life. Leandro, on the other hand, cheered with every death, explosion, and creature that ripped knights in half. I noticed from the other side that Marcos also accompanied everything with interest and vibration, but he was back and forth with something on the computer on Professor Mello's lap, which seemed to explain something about the game, since he always turned his eyes from the big screens to the screen of the notebook and showed signs that something was really going well, smiling and nodding positively. After a short break, the second match started. I took the opportunity to get up and drink something. Leandro gave me a kiss rather than compensation because he noticed that the game itself did not interest me. But I didn't really bother. The dispute in this second turn took place in a contemporary environment. It was a generic-looking city, with tall buildings, streets, cars, overpasses, and other urban things. But it was totally deserted. There were two teams of soldiers with different colors, a virtual expression of the team's color separation. The two groups of soldiers faced each other in various parts of the city, using strategies, ambushes, and outright fighting. The objective was obviously the elimination of the opposing group. Finally, after many shots and explosions, one of the teams won, and the match ended. It was almost an hour of gameplay with really incredible graphics, a realism in detail that almost looked like a movie. But the story behind the game was very poor and uninteresting. With no doubt, that game was a mere military aptitude training. There was another brief break, and then the third match started. The team of Professor Mello was super concentrated, with their headphones and waiting for the beginning of the game. Mello also wore headphones. Although he was also paying full attention to screen and game, I noticed that sometimes he would look at me and catch me observing his stern introspection in the activity. Marcos stood beside him cheering, seemed innocent about everything else. I kept my eye on him, and sometimes he would keep an eye on me. I think it was natural at our age to stay connected to what was more familiar. Leandro noted my apprehension, but was also connected in the game.
I hope you have enjoyed this reading. Continuing to support the channel's Super Academico and Blue Eye Patch. Subscribe, like and share the video. Bye-bye.